In the latest round of reports from the Campbell County Sheriff's Department, drinking, drugs, and domestic violence are the highlights. Sheriff Robbie Goins tells 1450WLAF.com that if it's not a drug charge, then the charge stems as a result of a drug problem. Out of 16 arrests, 5 are female, and the breakdown of charges is 5 related to drinking, 2 to drugs, and 7 domestic violence charges. The average age in those 16 arrests is relatively young, 33 years. Of those 7 domestic violence arrests, 3 females were charged. The sheriff explains that since the mid-90s, the amount of women being arrested has risen dramatically. In fact, he says the arrest of women in Campbell County is now equal to that of men. Goins points to drug abuse as the foundation to the female arrests, saying that 90% of those arrests are related to prescription drugs. The sheriff tells us about what he calls an alarming statistic, and that is that 1 out of every 3 young people will be arrested at least once before they turn the age of 23. That's just another reason Goins says that we need to get the message to our youth to stay away from drugs. He says that just trying drugs one time can lead a person down a path of addiction and a very undesirable lifestyle. Goins goes on to say that he's glad to see our state leaders working to address the problem of prescription drug abuse. In the workshop on the 30th of January, council members discussed the appointment of a safety officer to oversee all of the City of La Follette departments. In session, it was decided that the appointment of such an officer is unnecessary at this time. The bid on a heating and air unit for the council chambers by Eagle Heating and Air at $8,090 was voted on and approved. Davenport Construction bid on the concrete work for sidewalks and a handicapped accessible ramp for the new library at $22,900. The bid was approved. Handrails will be bid separately. It was requested that a time extension be granted for the Cumberland Trail Connector. Council members approved a 120-day extension. A $200 contribution to the Text-a-Tip program was also approved. Text-a-Tip is a safe way for students to notify authorities of illegal activities. This system allows students to remain anonymous and their texts to be untraceable. The $200 contribution is per city per year. Sewer system improvements will be made. These improvements will not exceed $500,000 for the Community Development Block Grant funds. Council members are considering application for the Tiger Grant, a federal grant program designed to help areas with an economical disadvantage to complete large projects. The maximum amount the selected cities will have to pay for their projects is 20%. Projects costing under $1 million are not eligible. A preliminary application time opens on March 13th. The City of La Follette, should it apply and be selected, will use the grant money to tear down and rebuild the bridge over Big Creek on East Beach Street. The upfront cost for the grant application, which includes the application fee itself, is at $10,000 to $12,000 and engineering at $30,000 to $35,000, comes to $40,000 to $47,000. If this application is turned down, the city will lose only the application fee of $10,000 to $12,000. The bridge plans will be good for any time. The council adjourned in session to consider more carefully the application for the Tiger Grant. It reconvenes on Thursday, February 9th at 6 p.m. Look for the televised coverage of the council meeting tonight after 9 p.m. on 1450WLAF.com. Coles County Cafe marks a milestone. Tonight's edition of Fred Coles County Cafe television program is the 100th in the series, which began in the winter of 2010. Coles' show airs tonight at 10 o'clock on WLAF TV 12. Our local high school basketball teams landed several players on the all-district teams. At Jellicoe, Cody Malacote is named to the first team All-District 4 squad, while Blue Devil Ethan Shelley is on the second team, and Justin Boland and Austin Hunley are honorable mention. For the Campbell County Cougars, Nick Litton and Corey Poteet are named to the District 3 first team, while Trey Torres makes honorable mention. The District 3 champion Lady Cougars dominate the all-district selections, going to Courtney Morris, Kristen Chapman, Maria Faust, and Shayla Goins. In game action, Campbell and Jellicoe get back on the winning track last night. The district champ Lady Cougars pick up their 20th win, 56-36, coming at Carnes, while the Blue Devils record an 85-67 homecoming victory over Lincamp. The Carnes boys outpace the Cougars 64-53. Next up is a Thursday night game at Knoxville Central for Campbell, while Jellicoe hosts Sunbright on Friday. Campbell County closes out its regular season and home schedule Friday night with Cumberland Gap. Coverage of all Jellicoe and Campbell games is found on WLAF Sports Network. And that's our news for this Wednesday. We'll be right back with a press release from the Campbell County Sheriff's Department coming up. Time now to take a look at the press release from the Campbell County Sheriff's Department and those booked into the jail in the past 24 hours. 9 names are on our list for today. Norma Gray, age 46, of Molly's Lane in Jacksboro, on a capious bench warrant. 32-year-old Daniel Adam Hale of Pleasant Ridge Road, La Follette, for simple assault. Jerry W. Hudson, 54, of East First Street, La Follette, for violation of probation. 33-year-old Patsy L. Manus of London Avenue in Jellicoe, for violation of probation. Hugo Alvaro Mendez, 37, of East Chestnut Street, La Follette, entered the jail to serve court-imposed time. 28-year-old Shay Emmett O'Neill of Claiborne Road, La Follette, for violation of probation. Thomas Ray Pace, 33, of Old Highway 63 in Speedwell, on a capious bench warrant. Brandy Sue Slover, 32, of New Highway 63 in Speedwell, on a capious bench warrant. And the last name on the list today, 48-year-old Ernest Allen Ullman of North 19th Street, La Follette, for violation of probation on a capious bench warrant and disorderly conduct. And we thank you for joining us for our news and press release for this Wednesday. Be sure to join us again tomorrow, and we'll pass information along to you again at that time.
We sing happy birthday to you, and may all your dreams come true. Happy, happy birthday. Oh, this is your birthday song. Oh, celebration all night long. Oh, may all you...
Good Wednesday evening, everybody. Welcome into your midweek edition of your birthdays and anniversaries, brought to you by Eastside Pizza and Deli and WLAF. Celebrating a birthday today, Tammy Allison starts off our list. Cheyenne Rose Jenkins, 4 years old today. Mary Murray, 36, and Wanda Hunt, 75 years young today. So happy birthday to all of you. Got a couple belated anniversaries. Luther and Althea Cox, 74 years back on Sunday. And Susie and Chris Tony, 9 years old, back yesterday. So congratulations to both of you. You're also qualified for a chance at winning 2 free buffet dinners from Eastside Pizza and Deli. We'll be having that drawing here in a couple days, here on Friday, early Friday morning. So if your birthdays or anniversaries are sometime this week, get it in here to me. We'll announce it, and that'll qualify you. You can call 562-1450, 566-1450, or 562-3557. Or you can email it to WLAF@bellsouth.net, or you could fax it in to 562-5764. And that does it for our birthdays and anniversaries for today. You all have a good night. See you back here tomorrow. Stay tuned. Your news continues.